Hello and welcome to 27 by 40. My name is Chris.
This is Emmett.
And this is episode 22. And this episode, we are doing movies from the year 1966.
Yeah. So what are we doing?
So, each of us pick our top five movie posters from a given year. And we show them to each other.
Yep. And they're basically just, the posters that we like. It's not about the movies themselves necessarily, or, even having seen them in some cases. Yeah. It's really just about going through and
artistically.
What movie posters do we like from that given year?
Yeah. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so I'm getting back in the mental groove of it.
All right, fair enough.
66, interesting year.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely very, the 60s have a very common thread in terms of, the style.
Yeah, and I had
a lot of painted Western posters. Yep. And a lot of, goofy comedy poster kind of things.
I kind of actually had
cartoonish,
straight up a real hard time actually getting posters for this. This is one of those, once you get as far back as the 60s, also, forum posters kind of, Wikipedia has a kind of even a real crap layout listing just for movies for this year. Yeah. And they included notable foreign releases, of which it includes maybe a half dozen. Yeah. It's nothing.
Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird. It was in some ways even trickier than some of the 50s.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel like
there was
I had
this weird kind of blanks. Space.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't have that sometimes you get into the. Again, this seems both before and after the 60s of a I can go French Art Deco posters. I can go there or something like that. Just kind of,
I got a French poster on my list.
You got a French poster on your list? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Well, let's start this off then. I believe you are first.
All right. It's Gambit.
Gambit. That's funny because I brought this movie up.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew about it. Obviously,
this was one of my maybes. This was.
I just think it's kind of fun. Mm-hmm. There's actually a few different posters for this movie, but this is the original theatrical poster. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of emphasis on the posters tend to have a lot of emphasis on Shirley MacLaine in her chorus girl outfit and really pushing,
which is from one scene in the movie,
pushing that whole thing. I think it's hilarious how kind of brazen the marketing is in terms of because it's go ahead and tell the end. It's too hilarious to keep secret, but please don't tell the beginning. Which I was first of all, that's kind of a weird, funny, but then I love the fact that it's go ahead, tell the end, and then it's the end, and then it's Shirley MacLaine's in the picture, it's just
entendre.
It's come on, guys. Yeah. But marketing wise, I'm well, you can't deny that's gonna sell,
Yeah.
And I really like the the font work with particularly with the title and the actor names.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. This is a really hard movie to find.
Yes.
And even though I'm a huge Michael Caine fan, I've never actually been able to see this movie. Yeah. I really want to now because it just looks like a lot of fun. And it's I feel like.
Did you go watch the trailer for it?
No. Okay. I don't, because I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to spoil anything. I want to just be. Yeah. I want to go in fresh. And see what it is. But first, I have to actually find it. Somewhere.
This go ahead, tell the end, but please don't tell the beginning is a big prominent part of the ad campaign for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting choice, to just be
which to me says strong start, but I can leave halfway through.
It doesn't sound
it's a very well regarded movie.
Okay.
Yeah, both critically, both in at the time and now is still.
I also think it's funny that you can see how they're pushing because it's it's got the whole thing Alfie's loose on.
Because that was his.
Alfie's on the loose again.
Yeah,
that came out the same year.
Yeah, it was a big movie.
It was huge.
Yeah,
but it's kind of crazy how and those two aren't even the only Michael Caine movies in this year.
5. He did 5 movies in 1960. I was looking through the posters and I'm like,
flipping through, Michael Caine.
It would have been completely dishonest, but I was super tempted just to do all the Michael Caine
everything
posters.
to do Michael Caine movie.
But most of them aren't very good.
I thought this looks fun. Yep. I'm glad to hear that the movie is well regarded because I have no idea. For all I know, because he's done a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Because
he just liked to do acting.
Yeah, he just likes to work, and he likes to do movies where he's going to get sent to like some nice place to shoot and have like basically a paid vacation in like a nice locale or which is like, hey, can't blame him. But yeah, it looks fun, and I really want to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. That's good. All right. So
I also like that they were still. This is 1966, and they're still really pushing that whole like, oh, it's in Technicolor aspect. Yeah. It's like, really, like
almost a decade now that's been a thing. Like, yeah.
Now, to be fair, Technicolor itself was not commonplace anymore at this point, so maybe that's why they're emphasizing like, oh, we did this in Technicolor, so it's got like a bit of a different feel, like I don't know, but just it feels like they're really pushing the whole color aspect, and you're like, that's not really a novelty at this point. It's 1966.
Yeah.
Anyways, Yep, so that's Gambit. That's my 5.
All right, my number 5. So I got A Man for All Seasons.
I was going to pick this at one point.
Yeah.
And I could not for the life of me find a good copy of it.
I had to hunt. I had to do a little hunting.
I gave up a little too quickly, obviously. Yeah. But I was strongly thinking about picking it before because I really enjoy the silhouette, like the black silhouette.
Yeah.
Simple
everything
kind of
is contained in the silhouette.
Like putting the title and stuff on that. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
It's got, obviously it's for obvious reasons, it's got real like stage play poster vibes. Because it is from a play. Actually it says it right at the top. But I thought it was good. I agree with you. That's totally why I picked it. I really like that silhouette really contained. You've got the kind of like the rainbow painting of the other cast,
and also the fact that it's not just a basic like silhouette of like a form, but it's like obviously he's got like a cloak, and that kind of adds this body.
You can see he's got that. You can see he's wearing a hat. He's wearing a and
like the cloak sort of adds like body to the silhouette, so you can kind of have a little more room to put stuff in there. Without it feeling too like overdone.
Robert Shaw and Orson Welles. It's pretty.
Suzanne York.
Yeah.
Paul Schofield.
Mm-hmm. John Hurt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Must have been an early John Hurt.
Yeah.
He's kind of credited near the bottom there, and this would be 66.
Maybe he's just got a small role.
I know, but
still John Hurt.
It'd be an early. But, maybe an early John Hurt movie.
But it just really stuck out.
Yeah, I liked it quite a bit. I was not able
also
to find
appreciated,
anything.
and I am one for the stark blank minimalist poster, but I also really appreciated that they went with not a straight white background.
Yeah,
that they did the sort of that off beige.
I agree.
Yeah, because it makes it's
peach.
It gives Oh yeah, okay, there you go. It gives it, I think, a better contrast than if it just been like a straight white.
Yeah, no, it looks great. It's a very aesthetically nice, and like I said, it was a strong contender for me. Yeah. But I just could not find anything.
It's not the first time either of us have not had something on our list because we couldn't find a good copy. Yeah. Especially with the older stuff. It can be a real.
Yeah.
All right.
So my 4 is Destination Inner Space.
Nice. I saw this one.
I just feel like it's a really fun. Yeah. Like I love the look of the monster.
I got a fun one like this later on.
Yeah, and I just like terror from the depths of the sea. That sort of like overblown hyperbole of
And I love these old posters where it'll also have it's got a whole paragraph on here just in case terror from the depths of the sea doesn't explain enough.
In an underwater exploration struggled to survive an invasion of monsters from another planet.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark. Basically, it's the synopsis
on the poster
for what the movie's about, but on the poster.
It's so funny because that is for anything that was like genre fiction stuff, sci-fi, horror. that was such a common thing.
Like, you won't believe your eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love the sort of like the style of like these soft kind of almost watercolory.
Yes.
Kind of.
Well, to give it that underwater look.
Kind of look for the colors, these blues and greens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that title style is like a very
it's
cliche.
like wavy. Yeah.
We've
It's
seen
super
that
cliche.
1,000 times, but it works.
Yeah.
It always works.
Also, another movie where they're very proud that it's in color.
Oh yeah, color. Yeah,
I mean,
not specifying what type of color.
It almost looks
color.
like Destination Interspace Color is the name of the movie.
Destination Interspace Color.
Yeah,
it is in blue and green.
I also love the.
Well, technically, on the poster, there's blue, green, and red.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that is technically the
Technicolor.
3 colors of Technicolor. So
yeah, I also like how we got our cast listing here: Scott Brady, Sheree North, Gary Merrill, and then in the corner,
presumably that's
tiny, and it's like that is the most brazen
actual size.
Yeah, actual. It's such a
they can
brazen
fit in the little submarine thing.
Yeah, the tiny little submarine.
Is the monster really that big? Well, maybe not, because they've got the guy facing off with the monster.
This is one of those things where, like, you watch this movie, I guarantee you, that base, that submarine, and that monster look nothing like they do in this poster. This poster was made by somebody who never saw the movie.
Well, I mean, I saw a couple of screenshots.
Oh, does it?
The monster is
It's
not that far off, but obviously a little bit more fake.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It just looks like a, like, I don't think it'd be very good, but like a B movie or something.
For sure.
It's a fun poster. Yeah. I find it very pleasant to look
Good
at.
vibes.
Those like very soft colors, like it's not stabbing you in the face. It's very pleasant.
There's no sharpness anywhere on this. It's all.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. So my number 4.
Oh wow. Going for the lurid
bloodbath. I wanted to include something that really because there's a lot of like lurid horror posters from the 60s.
The shrieking of mutilated victims caged in a black pit of horror. 3 exclamation points. Shock by shock, you will feel the chilling terror.
This poster is all about the audacity. It's so like ballsy in what it's doing.
It's American International.
It's called
Pictures.
Bloodbath. It's got the she's like her bosom's almost falling out. She's into the it's I mean, I'm sure it's this scene appears nowhere in this film. Like
it's one of those kind of like where it's like the early version of like exploitation type of thing. Yeah. That
caption you read just totally.
It certainly does its job. I mean, it definitely sells. It sells what it's selling. You know, like it's what it is. It's selling that hard. You know, so yeah.
William Campbell, Marissa Mays.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, those are actual
Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, these are actual like well-known names. Like, maybe this movie's not as exploitative. Maybe it's
well, I mean, it's going to have limits because it is from the 60s. But I'm sure it's not nearly as edgy as what it portrays on the poster.
Yeah.
But
No, I was like, I'm giving you big points.
I feel like this
audacity.
is kind of like your equivalent to like me having done the one that I just did.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like kind of in the more just sort of fun movie vibe
absolutely
kind of area. Yeah.
All right. So your number 3.
Yeah. So this is the French poster for Dracula Prince of Darkness.
Very nice.
Because the original British poster is hot garbage.
Yeah.
The American poster is better.
Okay.
It's pretty decent, but still not as cool as this.
That is so good.
Painted.
Christopher Lee looks so awesome in that.
Yeah. This like the action shot with the painting.
Again, you got the watercolor thing going on a little bit here.
The other character, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if you saw the original like the British theatrical one.
Also, we get into that funny thing pathetic. Where not a 27x40 because it's
I mean it's close enough.
Also. This is something which by the 60s we're pretty much out of, but I still saw it pop up in a few places. Yeah. The Sideways poster came up. I tried
to avoid that, and I do generally try to avoid them and go with regular size.
The one that I really was
this
like,
one is
I love
slightly
this.
off. I mean, it's almost kind of square.
It is basically square, but I mean, it's
but it's the best I could
enough.
get.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly,
because the regular one,
that as a international size thing wasn't adopted till the 70s.
Yeah. It's close enough.
No, it's great.
But it's really nice. It is so much better than the British one, and the American one is okay. It's a little more.
I think maybe that's why I skipped by it. It's
a little more minimal, but it's okay. But this one took the cake. Like this is awesome.
It's such a there's so many bold things have taken with this. Putting Dracula in pink. But it works.
Well, it's just sort of the lighting.
Yeah, right? Yeah. No, I mean, literally the words Dracula are in pink. The title is in pink.
But it really stands out. It really, it's bold.
Dracula has painted fingernails in this. Jesus is up on the bridge looking down.
I think it's a priest.
Yeah. No, that's a very good.
Awesome.
That is so much better than the American one, which is very meh. I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's too bad, and just kept going. But what prompted you to look for a did you just know that this was out there? Or?
Yeah, because I was like, it's Dracula Prince of Darkness.
There's got to be a good
poster for it. How can you not make a good poster with Christopher Lee to work off of?
Yeah.
And everything else that's in those movies, right? Like, even the worst of the Hammer Draculas is at least, kind of fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like, those movies are just really entertaining.
I can see that he's coming to my aid in this poster.
We gotta pay him first.
Right. All right. So this will be
three?
My three.
Duel at Diablo.
Duel at Diablo. So this is one of those painted westerns like you brought up. I really like this. It's got the painting itself. I kind of wish actually more of the poster was taken up by that because I think it's a very good painting.
If it was life size, it would
be much more impressive.
Yeah, so you wouldn't notice the.
It's another one sort of similar to the Blood of Bath of Blood, where the taglines here, yesterday they fought each other, today they fight together in a dead-end cabin called Diablo. I was like, oh, that stands out so well. I really like how they did the names where they change they swap the colors
for the white and
and then they do the same with the title. And it's one of those, he's doing the obviously predating it by over a decade, the Luke Skywalker stance. And I was like, holy cow, that's the Luke Skywalker. It was almost what immediately I was like, wait, what? And
it's just like an act, such an impressive action pose in general. I mean, they're literally like
camera shot
shooting the guns and I mean, I'm not really sure what they're shooting at because they're all looking in different directions. But
they're surrounded by it's all the guys up on the edge of the canyon.
Right. Okay, but still. But it's just it's so actiony and so kinetic and there's stuff going on here.
I've encountered a western that I now want to an older western that I want to put this on my list. James Garner and Sidney Poitier. I'm like, this has got to be good, right?
It's got to be.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. It's
got color by Deluxe.
Yeah. Oh, again, proud of their color. The 66. We're all proud of their color.
It was still a time where it was even though color was very normal and standard by that point, it was still a time where they were advertising that as part of the promotion of the movie.
It would be amazing.
It's okay, who's the star of this movie?
Yeah.
Who directed this movie? Who did the color?
Yeah, who did the color?
That's the three things you need to know about movies in the 60s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What company was this? Technicolor?
What kind of color is it?
Was this? Yeah. Not going to see a movie because you're I don't like what Deluxe does with the color. Very bold statement you're saying there.
That's you are a snob. That is the absolute extreme of film snobbery.
Snobbery, yeah. Really, wow.
Yeah.
That's the modern equivalent to I mean, I don't even know what the modern equivalent to that is. I mean, I guess it's a modern equivalent to I don't want to see this in 3D.
Yeah, or I don't watch streaming movies. I only watch theatrical releases.
Yeah, exactly. Or
because only theatrical releases are real movies.
I don't watch 4K.
VHS only.
VHS only. Yeah. Give me that 720p if you're lucky. But yeah. So Duel Diablo. All right. So now this is your 2.
Yeah. Django. Come
Nice.
on, man.
Yeah.
You knew I had to do it.
Yeah. It was on my also rans.
It's
It was
so
a maybe.
good.
It was a maybe. Yeah.
I don't even know how you could not have it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It didn't wow me. Like, I sort of like it.
Come on. It's so good.
My favorite part of the poster is
With the close up and then the butt of the gun protruding.
Oh, it does the outside of the picture.
Very cool, like fiery kind of the background.
I think maybe it was a little too like, I don't know, like the composite of what was going on with
Eastman color.
Yeah, it's Eastman color.
And Eastman color is in color.
Yep.
And it's widescreen.
Yeah, it came from the East.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, no, it's
not my number one though.
No, it is not. Yeah, trying to think now because it's definitely one of those things. The guessing game of as I go through the posters, I'm always thinking like, what if I would pick this one? This one I thought was fairly safe. Like I knew
it's the first one I grabbed.
Oh, was it? Was it?
Yeah. And it would have been number one if it hadn't been for Discovery.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So now my number 4.
1 or 2.
Sorry, number 2.
Yeah.
Is so completely different.
Yeah.
Such a bizarre setup. Like we're just gonna
it's different.
What if we had a poster that kind of just explained you everything about the movie? Possibly you don't even need to see the movie now. You've read everything that's going on in this poster.
Well, I guess it's meant to be like kind of like a kid's book type of
sort of. Yeah,
because it's like
this is a
Harper
fight.
Looks for trouble. See Harper look.
See Harper. This is a fight.
Harper has many fights. See the fights. This is a gun. It shoots straight. See Harper shoot straight. This is a girl. Girls go for Harper. See girls go. See Harper go. These are people. These are tricky people. See Harper and the tricky people.
Yeah. It's so out there. It's so like, and then like it's just Paul Newman is Harper. It's just like, I mean, there's like a guy like Paul Newman standing next to his name, dressed in like, I don't know, some clothes he wore to the set that day. It's so like what?
It's different,
but I'm like. The dotted lines, like you want to cut it out and like put it like
we got some more Technicolor. We got
Technicolor,
Panavision.
Yeah,
wow.
Bold thing. We compare all the different things.
We got
and see how
Lauren Bacall, Julie Harris, Arthur Hill, Janet Leigh. Wow.
Yep.
Robert Wagner.
Shelley Winters.
Yeah. Pamela Tiffin. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's any good.
It was such a different poster.
Yeah,
I had to give it props for being so different.
For me, like I just didn't even look that closely because I was scrolling through it and then I saw that and I was just like,
well, kind of.
It's just like a bunch of little bubbles of like.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I ended up going back to it.
I can see where you're coming from in terms of the fact that it's just so like different and it should be kind of rewarded a little bit for the fact that was like it's thinking outside the box.
I'm gonna be honest. Its placement is kind of a bit like. This and probably my 3 could maybe be swapped, but I had a lot of like weird different posters this time because I didn't find any of my usual like go-to poster styles weren't really present.
Yeah, for sure. And also like there's not a whole lot of like thinking outside the box posters in this year. Like it's mostly, like I said, it's like the goofy like cartoony comedy ones or the like painted westerns, traditional.
I got one of those.
And,
I got that.
And
Django, the painted western.
So there's not a ton outside of that. So the fact that they did something so like out of the box, ironically, given that it's made of
everything is in boxes,
but you know what I mean. It certainly deserves some credit for that. But it just like aesthetically for me, I couldn't really go for it because it's just like it just looks like a bunch of weird colored boxes. Like not really my thing.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Duel Diablo. Oh, nice.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. I wasn't really too sure on how to like handle the.
How
they were like in a separate spot.
They weren't next to each other.
Oh, whatever, it's fine.
It's been a while since we've had.
Usually they end up next to each other or on the same spot or. But yeah, it's awesome. Like it's so striking and.
It's so well painted. It's
attention
so
grabbing.
well
like it's like the action shot, and it's like so just like heroic. And like you said, like I didn't even really think of that, but since you brought it up, like the Star Wars kind of feel is very similar. It's like a Western Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's got like more black people than Star Wars.
Yeah.
And by that I mean like one.
I mean, Star Wars is a black guy.
Not till the second movie.
I guess that's true. You're right. You're right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just making a joke. Yeah. Like, obviously, that's a long.
I was thinking of the trilogy.
Because obviously, that's like a long-standing kind of like thing of like people would be like, "Oh, Star Wars is really white."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's fine.
Yeah, and they got aliens, but still,
well, they got aliens in this thing.
Yeah, you got green people, but no black people. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Wow. Harsh.
No, I mean it's fine. It works. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it stands out. It's just maybe it just sort of stands out a little bit compared to like now because you would never do that like now.
Yeah.
But anyways. No, it's a great man. Colored by Deluxe.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. It's really colored.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely on the like this is like, ooh, I want to see this. Oh, that's anything. If the posters of 66 maybe didn't wow me as much as some other years, I want to see this film. Way higher than the Prism.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Gambit.
I mean, a lot of it helps that I'm not super familiar with the 60s.
I always intended to see Gambit at some point, but like you said, it's so hard to find.
Yeah.
But I always intended to see it at some point because it is Michael Caine, obviously. But now I really want to see it. And Duel Diablo, I didn't know about because I've never really been. I mean, I like westerns. But I
like a certain kind of Western.
Yeah. And I actually didn't know that they were like, I didn't know at this era that they were still like doing like old school westerns.
Oh, yeah,
like Hollywood westerns. Like I thought it was only
basically we're
like
past that already.
Westerns,
yeah.
You know, which there are many.
Yeah.
You know, and I had Django on there. Unfortunately, the best movie, which is Good, Bad, and the Ugly, does not have a great poster.
No.
In any market.
It's
one of those like classic movies that like just doesn't have a special poster.
If we had to do like my top 5 films of like 66, like all those movies have like middling posters.
Yeah,
I was like
and that's very common.
Actually, to be fair, as it turns out, one of them has a good poster. It's just the French version. Yeah, a Dracula has a great poster.
And that's very common. That basically,
we run into that all the time.
Like the best sort of most classic movies often have very average posters.
Yeah.
You know. Clearly, it was not the poster that was like selling or making that movie a classic or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Duel Diablo is great poster. So yeah, I guess it's your one now.
It's my one, which I've now completely forgotten. So this is gonna be a surprise to me too. Yes. Oh yes. Yeah. Okay, I remember it now.
This actually was another one where I was under consideration, but the only thing that I found was the
wide one, the long one,
the super wide one.
I had to hunt for this.
Getting an actual
as you can see,
version.
It's not the best resolution.
No,
it's very.
That's good enough. You can still read the names.
It's a little blurry. Like you can't like the indicious.
We got Technicolor and Technoscope.
Yeah, I have no idea what Technoscope is.
Well, it's like it would be like the format, like the framing format. Right?
These Technicolor Technoscope could be names of 2 characters in this sci-fi movie for all I know. Is this Peter Cushing?
Yeah, Peter Cushing plays the Doctor.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. So we've talked about these before.
Have we?
The 60s Doctor Who movies. Because basically, like, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Like
because this looks like when I saw
like
this,
the TARDIS
I was like,
doesn't have like the giant inside thing. It's just like a machine that you walk in.
Oh.
It's like a closet that you walk in and you walk out
Bizarre.
of. The Doctor is not like an ancient alien. He's just a guy. He's just like an inventor that invented a time machine.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's so. And I'm vaguely recalling us discussing this before. Because
Barbara's like way younger and like she's still his granddaughter, but she's not like a fellow member of his race because he's human. So she's just like a kid.
Right, that would make more sense.
A kid who's his granddaughter.
Yeah.
And it's like really interesting.
Because I came across this and I was like, Daleks Invasion Earth. And I was like, that's wild that somebody else would use Daleks as like their name. I assume like, I guess maybe
they made 2.
I thought maybe the word, I was like, maybe Daleks isn't a like Doctor Who exclusive thing.
Well, it was
and then I
owned
was
by...
like, wait, the Peter Cushing. This is the Doctor Who thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they made 2 of them.
Looking at this, nothing about this says Doctor Who. It's so wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is such a crazy. I mean, it looks like it reminds me a lot of like a novel cover, like a book cover. We got, I mean, a bunch of stuff that I'm sure does not. I know I haven't seen this movie. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen both of them.
And I'm like, this looks wild. There's no way like any of this appears in the movie.
Especially if you're already like familiar with Doctor Who, like real Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Then it's like seeing those movies is kind of like this weird like whiplash because it's like.
Is it like
it's like Doctor Who, but everything is wrong.
Is it like that the James Bond that isn't James Bond? You know, like
kind of. Yeah, I mean, sort of. It's interesting because of course when you
there was one of those this year too. There was like a James Bond like spoof movie that was from 66.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that are in that vein.
Yeah,
but
But yeah, I was like, wow, this. I mean. One of the most colorful posters of this year, for sure.
Yeah.
I do agree. Like, I think the long version of this poster is a nicer looking poster, but it doesn't fit the presentation format that we do. So
it was a bit much.
Yeah.
But it does look like a crazy it looks like one of those like an early 80s. Like those like Italian like Mad Max ripoffs and stuff like that, where they would always have those kind of where they would have like these really elaborate like painted posters and stuff to try and pull you in. Because like the actual movies
no budget.
these are like $10 movies. You know.
Like
so
this flying car here would just be a regular car with a skirt covering the wheels.
Like it looks really out of the time that it's from, which is really interesting. That it doesn't look like
it's Doctor Who, so
it's fair. But yeah, like it doesn't look like a movie from the 60s.
No.
I mean the movie
does, but the poster
does not. Which I thought was kind of neat that they like really managed to do something really out of the normal.
Big imagination.
Other than maybe putting like the Technicolor or Technoscope front and center there. That's pretty 60s. That's pretty 60s, but other than that, like you said, very like a book cover. Like way more book cover vibes than movie poster vibes.
Yeah. This is a sci-fi book written in the 60s, not a sci-fi movie from the 60s.
Yeah, it feels much more so that case. But no, it's a real movie. I've seen it.
What if Technoscope is like a British thing that we maybe didn't have so much here?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, normally it would just be a different type of... It would be like a framing format, so it would be like some sort of like a widescreen format maybe.
Okay.
So, you know, because you in other things you might see like a CinemaScope or like there's various different, you know.
Yeah. CinemaScope is right
for those kind of different different aspect ratios and stuff.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Panavision.
Yeah. That's the. All right. So those are our posters for 66. Mm-hmm. Let us spin the wheel to find out
what's up next.
Make sure that I took out 66. I did. Hit the shuffle button a couple of times here. Spin the wheel. Find out what we're doing next time.
Spin that wheel. 95 is it? Or is it going to go into 54?
1995.
I haven't done 90s in a while.
Mid-90s.
All right. I'm all right with that. We haven't done 90s in a while.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely one of those where it's like, all my favorite movies from 95. Terrible posters.
Probably. But it should be interesting because it'll probably all be things that we at least know about.
Well, that's the big
because, like, you know, 95, the chances are, like, anything that you see there, it'll be like, at least you've heard of it.
Yes.
You know, even if you haven't necessarily seen it. Probably most of them you will have seen. Mm-hmm. But even if you haven't seen, you probably will have at least heard of it.
I'm not going to do a bunch of discoveries where I'm like, oh, wow, a movie I have never heard of that I really want to see. That's probably not going to happen as much. But not like this episode. But yeah. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching along with us. We'll be back next time with 1995. Until then, I'm Chris.
1995! Oh, this is Emmett.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.